Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to our lecturers and classmates. We are from Group 3 and we'll be presenting our group company which is Aeon Co Berhad. My name is MOHMAD FIQRI and before we start, let me tell you a little bit about the company. The company Aeon Co Berhad was established on September 15, 1984 in response to the Malaysian government request for assistance from Aeon Japan to modernize the retailing industry in Malaysia. The word Aeon has gained widespread recognition among both Malaysians and foreigners as a result of a connection to the worldwide Aeon group of companies. Aeon has emerged as a major chain of supermarkets and general merchandise stores (GMS). The interior remodeling of Aeon store is still ongoing to convey the idea that they are adapted to meet the evolving needs and ambition of its customers. The management's strong understanding of the target market demands and provision of the ideal product mix has helped the company function even better. The vast majority of Aeon stores are located in suburban residential regions where Malaysian middle class population is concentrated there. The Aeon group of companies is made of around 300 consolidated subsidiaries and linked business according to Aeon Co Time Limited Time Debt. Along with its core GMS, supermarket and convenience store businesses, and also engage in specialty store operation, shopping center development and operation and credit card business and service. The Aeon Group of Company is a Japanese multinational retailer with operation not just in Japan but also in Asia and China. At all times, in all markets, Aeon decisions are based on its unshakable customer first principle. Its objective is to suppress customer expectations by combining premium goods with distinctive personal service that enhance the shopping experience and make customer happy every time they make a purchase. Through its recruiting program, training and career development plans, Aeon continuously aims to improve and enhance the level of skills of its human resource. The firm aspires to be among the finest in the service industry. Additionally, Aeon frequently invests in systematic and organized training for all levels of staffs in a range of technical, operational, and managerial disciplines whether internally, externally, or via partnership with their Japanese affiliates. In order to enhance their management and leadership abilities in preparation for possible higher level roles, prospective workers are also recognized for leadership training. Among options, Aeon's MTRT Management Trainee and Retailer Trainee program give recent graduates the chance to work in the sector and join the Aeon family to further develop the leadership and management abilities of its store and shopping center. Manages Aeon Business School and internal training program was launched in 2012. The company is now implementing the steps which is service transformation for excellent performance program, a customer service culture project with goal of ensuring that customer service culture project with the goal of ensuring the customer service standards on its selling floor significantly surpass surpass those of customers. To repeat practice and demonstration at meetings and employee gatherings, the culture is continually improved. In 2012, the company also started a transformation of its human resource system and process that is still ongoing. This was done in recognition of the change in the labor market and to enable the company to manage its human resource more effectively so as to continue delivering the desired quality. That is all for me. Now I pass to my friends. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azli bin Arzimi and I'm from RBA 2433B. Staffing Organization Challenge. Every company or organization faces unique challenges dealing with the emerging challenges of company growth in one of the most difficult aspects of running a business. Even well-known organizations like Aeon are affected. Aeon company is facing the following staffing challenges. Firstly, skill shortage. Aeon is experiencing a shortage of employees with the necessary skills. This could be due to many graduates lacking the skills that Aeon requires. The certificate they have does not meet the requirement of the Aeon company. It can be difficult to find a candidate with the right combination of experience and qualification in a competitive market. Finding candidates with the right skills can feel like finding a needle in a haystack due to a lack of specific skills required for a job and high competition. As we look at trends in finding top talent in job seekers, we see a need to reskill or upskill candidates who may lack specific certification or qualification but fit the company in all other ways. Candidates who are eager to learn and share a company value can fill a position successfully if given the proper training. Secondly, high competition. High competition is another challenge that Aeon company face. This is because many excellent graduates may have recently graduated from the university. As a result, the Aeon company cannot quickly hire them because they have their own demand from the company. Simply put, these outstanding graduates will select the company that will benefit them the most. Many companies are not only dealing with a skill shortage but also with difficulty attracting top candidate quickly. In an already highly competitive industry with a scarcity of skills and people, it is critical to differentiate in order to stand out from the crowd. Great branding and exceptional candidate engagement are essential components of success requirement.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NAIF AZIMAN bin Muhammad FADZELI. Now, let's focus on staffing model. By performing a staffing model, Aeon can reveal much more than the number of their employees that they are required to reach their goals and the skills that those employees need to help them. And an effective staffing model also provides them the data that allows them to create the best working schedule for their team. So, the first staffing model is staffing level model. Staffing level model is to determine a likely staffing level position, so they can check if they are overstaffed, fully staffed or understaffed. The next one is staffing quality person or job match model. It is to align characteristics of individuals and jobs in ways that will result in desired human resources outcomes. The third one is staffing quality person or organization match. This to determine how well a person matches not only the job but also to the organization. And the fourth one is core staffing component model. It is to reveal fundamental staffing like activities, selection, employment and recruitment. Last but not least is staffing organization model. It is to demonstrate staffing policies and programs shaped by the organization, human resource and staffing strategies. Now, let's move to human resource planning. Human resource planning helps Aeon to allow them to be better in maintaining their target to the right kind of talent to their employing and to having the right technical and soft skills to optimize their function within the company. It also allows their managers to be better at training and develop their skills needed amongst the workforce. So there is a few steps in HR planning. The first one is to establish future human resource needs to satisfy strategic business needs. Second one is to ascertain the human resource availability in the future. The third one is alignment needs and resources to identify the gaps, shortage or surpluses between the two of them. And the last step is to create plans of action to fill in the anticipated gaps left by the workers. That's all from me. Let's move to the next page.
Job analysis. Human resources manager who are familiar with the tasks that Aeons need to complete are required to create HR plans. Aeon organizes information about a specific job by conducting a job analysis to determine the task, responsibility, and skills needed, as well as the knowledge and skills needed to complete. Managers create two documents with the data gathered for the job analysis. A. Describe the positions, responsibilities, and tasks, job description, and B. Describes the required qualification, knowledge, skills, and abilities for the position, job specification. Next, requirement and selection methods and strategies. Requirement is the process of identifying qualified candidates and encouraging them to apply for a current or upcoming position. Selection is the process of hiring people from among the shortlisted candidates and placing them in a position within the firm. Aeon Company has employed people through internal or external requirement. Internal requirement. Internal requirement occurs when a company attempts to fill positions with current employees by sourcing talent from various teams, departments, and job functions within the organization. This method, which is also known as, enables teams to fill skill gaps in a proactive manner. As talent shortages are expected to persist, human resource departments are refocusing their effort on this critical sector. Furthermore, internally posting job openings may encourage employees to stay and advance within the company rather than looking for work elsewhere. Aeon Company believes that developing an internal requirement strategy can assist his company in filling skills gaps during a hiring freeze, a personnel shortage, and unpredictable times. Job posting is another important way for Aeon to recruit people for various positions within the company. As a result, Aeon informs employees of job openings in a variety of ways, including posting notice on bulletin boards, sending out employee newsletter, and sending emails to managers and employees. Aeon also prefers to fill vacancies through promotions or transfers from within whenever possible. Individuals must be recruited to fill vacant positions as employees transfer or advance in their careers. As a result, planning for how to fill those vacancies should begin before job transfer or promotions rather than afterward. Next, external requirement. External requirement refers to the process of attracting candidates from outside the organization to apply for a position. This was the most expensive and time-consuming procedure. Advertising in the mass media such as newspaper, magazines, television, radio, and billboards is an example. All of the methods used by Aeon Company to find candidates who are qualified for the job. This allows a person to assess himself against jobs requirement and apply for positions that best suit him. Furthermore, Aeon company employs e-recruiting to search for and screen prospective candidates electronically. Aeon company, for example, use their own website to promote any jobs openings. This strategy will be more effective and efficient for Aeon when it comes to recruiting candidates. Many of these websites job seekers to encourage job seekers to email their resumes or fill out outline online application. Aeon company also post jobs opening on websites such as Job Streets, Jobs Malaysia, LinkedIn, Indeed, and others, which are well-known online job portals. When compared to other forms of technology, social media can be fairly affordable with prices ranging from free to a very low. Aeon's MTRT, Management Training and Retail Training program, for example, provide opportunities for recent graduates to join the retail industry and become a part of the Aeon family.
Now I'll be presenting the decision making. After all interviews with the candidates have been completed and a shortlist of the best candidate has been compiled, it is now time to make the final hiring choice. In general, the employer must check the job duties and responsibilities to make sure they were adequately aligned with the job description and considered throughout the interview process. Additionally, the employer reviews the selection criteria to confirm that were founded on the requirements mentioned for the position. And those mentioned thing is how much prior experience do candidates have with the duties of the position. Other than that, is also what sophisticated skills can candidate offer. And next one is what kind of training will be required of the applicants. And the next is how soon will candidate be able to function on their own. And lastly, how rapidly did the candidate advance in their prior position and duties. Next, I will be talking about the selection. Selection has 5 steps. The first step, resume screening. The recruiting manager and the HR staff will review the resume of potential applicants to decide which of the candidates should be scheduled for the interviews. These criteria may include education, knowledge, work experience, competencies, personality traits, and abilities. The second one is screening calls. Once applicants have been determined, the HR department will conduct phone pre-screenings of the applicants and schedule in-person interviews with the hiring manager. HR will be responsible for describing to the applicants of the company and the position the applicants are hiring for. Additionally, HR will inquire about the applicant's desire in pursuing the position, fundamental qualification for the position, and whether the position matches with their career goals. Then HR will respond to any inquiries the candidate has regarding the business, the position, or the hiring process. The third step is assessment test, a candidate evaluation form which includes an ability exam, an integrity test, a personality test, a performance test, and work samples will be filled out for each candidate who is interviewed. The fourth step is interview arrangement. HR may be consulted by hiring manager for guidance on candidate selection and interview techniques. Early interview are typically one-on-one discussion between the hiring manager and the candidates. Typically, for the first few minutes of an interview are used to discuss the applicant's background, qualification, employment history, and availability. And the last step is reference and background. The HR department will run reference background checks on the selected applicants' background check. Select applicants. Background checks examine a candidate's eligibility, job history, and criminal records, in addition to performing a credit check that entails checking social media accounts such as Twitter and Facebook. Drug testing may be necessary, but only for selected positions. Now I'll be presenting the final match. The verbal offer of employment, declaration offer of employment, letter, the conclusion of the employment contract, the completion of the written justification for the selection, and the notification to other candidates who participate in the interview process that another candidate has been offered and accepted. The position are all the components of the recruitment process final phase. Once a choice has been made, both of the company and the employer looks into mutual agreement on the terms and conditions of employment in order to establish a legal relationship. Both internal and external staffing involved of the employment contract. A written offer of employment is prepared if the candidate accepts the verbal offer. In the meantime, the supervisor prepares and writes an offer letter for employment, which is given to the chosen applicants to sign, and then the employment contract is then presented to the department head for approval with the offer of employment attached. In addition, a written record of each stage of the recruiting and selection process is maintained, together with a brief explanation of the criteria used to choose the successful candidate and the ground for rejecting the others. Last but not least, once the position has been offered and accepted by one of the candidates, it should be communicated to the other candidate who were interviewed.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Khusyairi bin KAMRUL IZAM. So now I will present about suggestion for improving talent recruitment and selection practice. So firstly, the company that we choose is Aeon Berhad. Aeon is continuously trying to improve and expand the level of capabilities of its human capital through its recruitment, preparation, and career development strategy. Aeon has been looking for ways to compare itself to the best in the service business. Besides that, Aeon has increased its investment in organized and categorized training for all roles across a wide range of technical, operational, and management fields. Internal, external, and connected Japanese staff all includes. Potentials employees are recognized for leadership program in order to develop their leadership and management skill in preparation for playing a large role in the company in the future. Moreover, Aeon has developed their own program known as MTRT, Management, Trade and Retail Training. And the Aeon groups also offer an internal training program known as Aeon Business School. This opened up a door for company, retail and mall administration. The company has implemented the STEP, Service Transformation for Excellent Performance program as part of its initiative to improve the company customer service program is to quantify the quality of service provided to customer on the sales floor in order to make more accurate estimation about the clientele. Next, we will move to the staffing flow. During the first 3 months, the candidate will complete a true project including operating and management fundamentals. This category includes leadership, cooperation, and supervised change management workshops. Often, A distinction is established between managing and leading. All Aeon manager who aspire to be effective must use leadership abilities in order to motivate their staff, maintain a positive work environment, and ensure corporate productivity. To be a good manager and leader, you will need to acquire cultivate a variety of talents and attributes. The candidate will also receive and exchange experience from the manager. For manager, to construct a high performing team, share experience are powerful resources. They contribute to the formation of attitude, norm, and behavior that facilitates more efficient and successful work performance. In fact, research from the School of Business at the University of New South Wales report an 80% productivity increase in team where leader encourage shared experience among employee. Additionally, manager and employee can collaborate on a group project to conveniently cover all operations. Group possess more knowledge than individual. Because of the diversity of the backgrounds and experience, group have better access to resources and more knowledge. Besides that, to boost visibility in retail operation, candidate will be assigned to several Aeon departments. This present an excellent opportunity for candidate to broaden their understanding and perspective of business. Besides that, they will expand to customer care training, off-job training, team building, and also Japan train program. Moving to the next point, which is staffing methods and strategy. With using a selection test on the candidate, organization have utilized a variety of techniques to determine if an applicant has the potential to be successful on this job. During an evaluation, selection tests were utilized to identify undefined applicant talents. Candidates were examined based on attitude, character, capability, integrity, and inspiration using a variety of test procedures. Correctly designed selection tests, selection exam are standardized, reliable, and predictive of the candidate performance on the job. To objectively evaluate the accomplishment of multiple candidates, the test technique must be as identical as feasible. Each candidate is given the same material, the same test material, instruction, and the time restriction. In a time keyboarding test, for example, it will be dishonest to test one candidate on the manual typewriter while testing the other candidate on a modern computer, modern keyboard. If an evaluation does not produce consistent result every time it is utilized, its reliability should be questioned. For example, if an applicant get 125 on an intelligence test 1 week and 80 on the next, it's reasonable to conclude that the test instrument was inaccurate. The process used to evaluate a candidate ability in selection device should be identical to those employed on the job. As a result, a higher exam score will connect with enhanced work performance success. We can presume that higher result on the keyboarding test indicate greater job performance. It will be necessary for the same job candidate to take a lifting exam, but lifting specified weight is not a job requirement. Hence, a higher lifting result is not a credible predictor of job performance. Next, typically, prior to interviewing candidates, evaluation are supervised and evaluated. Testing narrow the applicant pool by eliminating individuals who lack the requisite ability to success on the job. Test results are objectively and free of personal bias, and they are typically expressed numerically, allow data analysis to validate them. Employers often use these exams to determine the level or proficiency of a candidate's required work skill.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad ASHRAFF bin RASHIDI. Now, let me tell about the management and administration by Aeon company. The management of recruiting professionals must be aware of the importance of skill development, procurement techniques, and recruitment strategies while taking into account recent developments and markets. Besides, understanding how to improve recruitment effort is a never-ending task. Before asking for employee recommendation or posting job descriptions, business must first identify candidates who will allow them to promote from within. Only then should they then open the application process to current employees, internal employment, and understands current teams and business and contributes positively to a culture that streamlines the onboarding of external candidates. Furthermore, the ability to apply for jobs prior to formal recruitment shows team members that an employer values them and supports their effort to advance their careers. This method will boost employee longevity and decrease turnover in other positions. A company should create an internal employee branding team and use current employees as a recruiters in the meantime to ensure network connectivity. Moreover, give the staff access to social media and eye-catching image. The business should post it on their social media platforms even though it doesn't need to be perfectly polished. Great candidates will have more opportunity to apply to the organization as a result, and it will also support the expansion of current talent channels. Since they are familiar with the workplace environment and what it takes to succeed, current employee can be a great resource for job applicants. Provide staff members with chances to earn bonus for recommending hired candidates. The level of participation is a disregard when such a project is introduced first. However, as time passes, the joy persists. Even if you already have an employer referral program, now is the time for the business to ramp it up and get workers excited about it. The following are a few methods to accomplish this, which are increase the price money to begin with. To determine the whole level of individual actions, the company may need to repeat this process more than once. The purpose of this gift is to thank the employee for their hard work in finishing all their assigned tasks, not to act as a bribe. Second, carry on the reference in reverse. Learn as much as you can about the gift recipient. This is true because it enables the employee and employee to have a stronger working relationship and allows the employer to learn more about their employees. Third, think about the extra advantage. The business may provide competitions, travel giveaways, or the newest technological products. Every valid referendum has an additional chance of being won by employees. In conclusion, Aeon is an extremely picky employee when hiring new employees. The main drivers of Aeon's success are their customer service representative. Due to the company's position in a cutthroat industry, their approach to the hiring and selection process differs slightly from that of the competition. In essence, their hiring procedure is straightforward, but the screening they do on the candidates they choose is more thorough. Because Aeon has its own culture and working environment, they pay closer attention to candidates to see if they fit in and are qualified to perform the duties of their positions. This procedure makes certain that each new hire is qualified and enthusiastic enough to provide exceptional customer service. Furthermore, They bring this fantastic connection to every hiring process. During the hiring process, candidates are evaluated on their outstanding personal qualities and skills that will enable them to perform their duties. Aeon is currently accepting applications for both internal and external recruitment. The mass media, including newspapers, magazines, televisions, radio, and billboards are examples of the external recruitment methods. For internal recruitment, talent is sourced from various teams, departments, and job roles within the company. Last but not least, Aeon is concentrating on providing new hires with training in crucial soft skills in order to prepare for the talent crisis and prevent future talent shortage. Aeon will be able to stay ahead of the growing talent shortage by making early investment in training initiative and promoting a culture of continuous learning. That's all. Thank you.